a computer tower with a hard drive with a Bitcoin on it.
I heard the news today that you're not mine.
All right, we got a Penske truck here. Penske truck towing. They're going out of state for sure. A lot of people moving out of California, folks. A lot of people moving out of California. Don't blame them. Traffic, high housing prices. Well, you know, unfortunately, there are high housing costs. Okay, there's a guy cruising around right here, but there is a couple shelves and what looks to be, all right, I'm gonna see if I can grab a parking spot real quick. Let's see where this guy goes first. If he's throwing away trash or if he's scoping it out as well. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Looks like he was scoping out and throwing away at the same time. So, hold on. Let me make sure we're not gonna scare anybody. We got ourselves a nice garage rack right here. 4-drawer file cabinet there and a 4-drawer file cabinet there. Great garage storage space there. Wow, very nice. There's definitely something over here as well. Okay, looks like those mattresses are still there. And then I think just boxes of trash. We'll skip that. So what I was saying about the high housing prices, this is where you kind of have to, and I was talking with some buddies about this, and this is where you kind of have to just pray. If you're confused, just pray. And sometimes, this is the honest answer, sometimes God will lead you in a direction, and sometimes he might let you choose. Kind of like be blessed with whatever decision that you make. Kind of reminds me of the book of James, where James says, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God. He's not going to rebuke you asking for wisdom, but when you do ask, make sure your loyalty is to the Lord and that you don't have loyalty to the world. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it's in the book of James in the Bible. Great book, by the way. Only 5 chapters, very strong. Definitely read it. Anyway, with what that said, regarding myself, sometimes it can be California or Colorado. Kind of like God's leading me in a direction right now, and until that direction's fulfilled, then I kind of proceed to the next step, or proceed to the next step while you wait for things to be fulfilled. It's kind of like, oh, bless you. You're living for me. You're living in righteousness. You're living in my will. Be blessed. Go and choose. Not exactly like the decision that Lot had. I kind of wondered about that decision, actually. If Lot saw a more rich land and said, I want the rich land, and kind of Abraham was like, to be honest with you, I'll take what I can get. It's beautiful on either side, or I don't really care. Why don't you take first picks? Alrighty, I already see a lamp. Top of it looks broken, but again, if you're in a pinch, oh, and an office chair. Both are a little busted, but if you're in a pinch, why not? Free is free, baby. Not to mention, we could fix that. That's fixable. Said, what do you think is down here? Pallet, pallet, pallet. The bike is gone and the clothes. See if I can catch this. I saw a laundry hamper that was next to the dresser unit right there, and it's full of stuff. I'd like to see what's up. Well, folks, real strong. US Polo sunglasses, US Polo windbreaker, which I probably should have grabbed that. I don't know why I didn't. To sell that bad, Johnny. Nah, can't win them all. Anyway, some women's clothes, some Michael Kors shoes, drapery pole, a couple nice things. How you guys liking that new haircut? I'm thinking it looks a little bit more sharper than the really frilly thingamabobbers here. You know what it is? Frilly, fribble, blah, 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 blah. Bam! Woo! Carb load, baby. Carbohydrates. Well, there was actually a smaller, like 32-inch, a little bit thicker, probably going back to like maybe 2009, 2010. Probably had a DVD slot on it as well. Family pulling in their garage, unfortunately. So I didn't really film that, unfortunately. But probably guaranteed to work. Older ones always do. So with the whole housing thing, moving to a different state, there are a lot of people doing it. You hear stories about that all the time. Sometimes if you can't afford a place, you have to humble yourself and say, you know what? I can have a better life for my family. I can have more more room for my kids. They can play in a backyard instead of a balcony. And it's you and your spouse's decision. Obviously, there's more decisions with that, with job placements and family in the area, but that's where you need the wisdom from the Lord and just say, God, like my spouse and I, lead me in that direction. And if we stop long enough and listen, He'll speak back. He always does. Let's see if we got some more furniture here, folks, today. Couch is still there. That's the really nice microfiber one. Very nice, actually. Boxes. Let's go around the other side here. And I think I just saw some patio cushions for your rear end sitting up on the half wall here. So let's make sure we don't scare anybody. And let's take a little look-see here. Yeah. So we got action right here, folks. We got ourselves, actually those are nice. I'm trying to think if I need those. 4 gray cushions there up on the half wall. Let me think about that. Hangers up above. I don't think I need them for anything at home. I think I'm covered, and I think I already gave Uncle Phil some of those, but I'll ponder on that. That's a fast snatch before I go home. This is also the complex, if you remember, the stacks of patio chairs that were right over here against the curb. Wonder whatever happened to that. Oh, by the way, does anybody drive a Subaru Crosstrek? Those are on my radar, and I really, really like them. My parents have a Subaru, what is that? I wouldn't call it a full-size SUV, but it's like the fuller size, not the crossover. Legacy. Anyway, it's really nice. It handles like a champion. And don't get me wrong, I love my electric car. I'm just thinking out loud. And to be honest with you, if I had the flow, instead of a Model X, I'm gonna go a Model Y. They're cheaper. Put a little mountain bike rack on the back of that bad boy. Because I love this car. This is the best car I've ever had, this little Matchbox car. But I wish it had at least double, triple the range, because it really limits me for adventure. Okay, we got a shoe rack right here. Let me see, I don't want to scare anybody. Just a shoe rack. I don't think we're gonna jump out for that one. All right, proceed. I want to see if we can get this shot. There's a mattress and bed, box spring, but there's also this really beautiful mirror. Let's see if we can creep a sneak on this shot, because there were some people around. Oh, okay. Nice little end table as well. And then the mirror's in the middle. Slippers as well. That's a real nice end table unit there, folks. All right, next up, we're looking for a box full, scratch that, a backpack full of Frisbee disc golf discs. Oh, okay. Also a foldable Xiaomi M365 scooter, and a computer tower with a hard drive with a Bitcoin on it, a Canon 80D DSLR camera with lenses would be fantastic, a really expensive downhill full suspension mountain bike, Sonos wireless speakers and soundbar. You're like, Chris, impossible. Nothing is impossible with God's blessing, I'll tell you what. Of course it's impossible, but if God blesses, then you better watch out, because you're gonna find it, and you're gonna find it real, real good. Well, that was a pretty nice chair. Kind of one of those elegant tall backs to it. Mesh with leather head pad. And I believe leather armrests as well. Overall, not a bad piece, folks. Not a bad piece at all. I want to see this condition of this couch, which is in really nice condition. It just is missing the cushions. It's probably very expensive. If you could find the cushions for it, just don't know where they are. Disc golf and geese. Those two don't mix. They're coming for me. Look at them. Just look at them. Excellent call on the mayonnaise instead of butter. Absolutely delightful. Thank you. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.